here's Morgan. He's actually working on the chassis. He's going to give us a quick little run through here and tell us a little bit more technical stuff of what's actually going on here.
Well, this is the jig table, so this is the second step in the process of making the frame, because we've got, in terms of physically making it, because we've got the parts guy over there who actually is taking the steel tubing and making it into the pieces that you can see here with all the shapes to the intricacy of the frame. And then I'm setting up the jig table. We start off just with 2 parallel rails, and then we build cross members up as we go along to compensate for the different elevations and the different portions of the frame. You can see a lot of different angles going on because we've got it going inward and upward and downward, every which way for every rail to it, and they've got to go together in a nice seamless manner when we get it together. And all the seams throughout the frame, we've got backing plates throughout all the seams, that way we get a good strong seam. You can see here we actually have a raised section here that we actually come up 1.5 inches for the 7-inch drop that we're building for this frame. So that's going to get it nice and low when that's all done. And as Brent mentioned, we're doing, since it's a panel, usually you'll see on the stock panel frame there's a bolt-on extension. But to clean that up, we've actually incorporated that into the rails that we're making. And then you come through, we've got a duplication of the front frame horn pieces, just cleaned up a little because it's just a pressed piece on the original frame versus this is fully boxed in with the 3/16 of the frame and then the 1/4 inch plate to the front of it to actually give it some more strength at those front frame horns. And we'll come back through and we'll be putting in a cross member for the full A-arm suspension setup to it to give it a lot more accuracy in handling, because it will actually have a full coil-over suspension to it, rack and pinion, not that old recirculating ball with the idler arm and all of that. So you're going to have a lot more precision handling when this is all done. And you're getting a lot more rigidity to the chassis due to the fact that it's full tube the entire way instead of being an open chassis design, a C-channel chassis design. So you're getting a lot more rigidity from that. You can see it's a prototype, so we've got a few things that we're going to be working on of the different angles to it and everything to get it right. But this is a great start to it, and I'm going to be putting together and setting all the widths along it. Clamping it together is the next step of this, and getting everything centered and laid out symmetrically for it.
Very cool.